The Buffalo Bills are set to kick off their regular season action against the Baltimore Ravens in less than a week, but that's not stopping them from bringing in reinforcements with some familiar faces today. And the most recent example of this is Gabe Davis, as the 26-year-old receiver is reportedly signing with the Buffalo Bills, according to Adam Schefter, who says that Davis will initially be on the team's practice squad as he continues to recover from a torn meniscus and gets ready to play. Welcome back to the Bills Bunker, everybody. I'm Jake Varco, and as I mentioned at the top of this video, we are less than a week away from kickoff. At the time of recording, we're 5 days away from kickoff. The Buffalo Bills bringing back a familiar face in Gabe Davis. Can't say it's a really surprising thing. The Bills, they've shown that they are no strangers to bringing back familiar faces, and they're also a team that had a visit with Gabe Davis in August. So this is something that's been developing over a few months now behind the scenes, and in this video we're going to break down what this means for Gabe Davis, what it means for the Buffalo Bills, and what should we expect for this signing moving forward. But before we do that, I'd like to take a moment to encourage you to click that subscribe button and stay tuned for so much content coming your way in 2025. I'll be attending every Buffalo Bills home game. I'll be on the road too, so I hope to see you there. Let's go. Let's discuss Gabe Davis making his return to the Buffalo Bills. Originally selected by the Bills in round 4 of the 2020 NFL Draft, Davis spent his first 4 seasons as a pro in Buffalo. During his initial tenure with the Bills, Davis played in 64 regular season games, accumulating 163 receptions for 2,730 yards and 27 touchdowns. Over the course of 4 seasons in Buffalo, the 6'2" wideout averaged 16.7 yards per reception, demonstrating his big play ability. In 2022, Davis was the recipient of a 98-yard touchdown pass from Josh Allen, which remains the longest play of the quarterback's career. Nicknamed Big Game Gabe, Davis is known for coming up clutch in some big-time moments, just like when he had 4 touchdowns against the Kansas City Chiefs in what was a heartbreaking divisional round loss back in 2022. In 2024, Gabe joined the Jacksonville Jaguars on what was a 3-year deal worth $39 million, but a stint in his home state of Florida was forgettable, as Davis played in just 10 games and had 20 receptions with 239 yards and a pair of touchdowns. Davis had career-low stats across the board with the Jaguars in 2024, and now he's set to rejoin the Buffalo Bills, a team that he has succeeded with in the past. By signing with Buffalo, Davis gives himself an opportunity to rejuvenate his career, but he'll have his work cut out for him given the Bills' current depth chart at the receiver position. Buffalo's initial 53-man roster features Khalil Shakir, Keon Coleman, and Joshua Palmer, who are all seemingly locked into their roles on the team at the wide receiver position. And after that, the depth is there with some names such as Curtis Samuel, Elijah Moore, and Tyrell Shavers. However, there's a lot of uncertainty about what kind of production the Bills will get from the back half of the depth chart at the receiver position. If Gabe Davis is able to fully recover and he's able to stay healthy, he could realistically find his way into a wide receiver 4 or 5 role on this team at some point, especially given his history of success with Josh Allen at the quarterback position. Him and Josh Allen have an undeniable chemistry, and that's exactly what the Buffalo Bills will look to utilize if Gabe Davis finds himself on the field. Big Game Gabe is back with the Buffalo Bills, and I can't say I'm very surprised. As I said, the Bills and Gabe Davis, they had a meeting. The Bills are no strangers to bringing back familiar faces, and for Gabe Davis, he went to Jacksonville. He got paid last offseason. It didn't work out. He had career lows across the board in terms of statistics, and that's just, it sucks for Gabe Davis. He's been dealing with some injuries. That meniscus is a nagging injury, and he's going to have to deal with that in order to get back out there on the field with the Buffalo Bills. I think it's going to be interesting to see what exactly the organization does at the wide receiver position. Do they stick with what they have until Gabe Davis gets healthy and showcases what he can do? Or perhaps the Bills are actually just bringing in Gabe Davis for more depth at the position because injuries happen in what's a violent contact sport, and the best ability is availability. If you don't have that, you're screwed. The Buffalo Bills need that availability, and they're bringing back Gabe Davis, who, when healthy and available, He's valuable for Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills offense. But I want to know how you're feeling about Gabe Davis making his return to the Buffalo Bills. Are you excited about the signing? Let's hear it in the comments section down below. And if you haven't yet, click that like button, hit the subscribe button. We are approaching 20,000 subscribers. We're approaching 19,000 subscribers, but I want to get to 20,000 subscribers as soon as possible. I'm making a push. Hopefully get to 30, 40, beyond all this season. That's the goal. Let's make it a season to remember. The farewell season at Highmark Stadium. You're not going to want to miss the content right here on the Bills Bunker. I'm Jake Varco. Go Bills.